May 22nd. Does it seem to ring a bell? Well, it probably doesn't for most people. Although May 22nd, 1990 rings a bell in my mind. That was the day that Joe Vitrosky was born. I wouldn't look at myself as being a big, important story in history when I was born, but there are definitely some interesting and insightful events that have happened on May 22nd in our history. Some of these events may even surprise you, the listener. Let's first start off with a couple disastrous events in our local and world history. Starting with world history, on May 22nd, 1960, the Great Chilean Earthquake. Its epicenter was near Canete, Chile, and it is the largest recorded earthquake on Earth, measuring at a 9.5. An estimated 6,000 people were assumed dead. Next, a local story in history that people may remember is the Hallam, Nebraska tornado. On May 22, 2004, Hallam was struck by one of a series of tornadoes that occurred that day in the surrounding areas of Hallam. Every house in the town was destroyed or severely damaged. Ultimately, Governor Mike Johanns had to declare Hallam a disaster area. That is a couple impactful events in our history that have occurred on May 22nd, which is my birthday. Now on to some lighter notes of events in history that occurred on my birthday, May 22nd. Annika Sorenstam, a famous professional woman golfer, made history on May 22nd, 2003 at the Bank of America Colonial Tournament when she became the first woman to play in a men's PGA Tour event since 1945. Pretty amazing mark in history for a woman to attempt such a feat. There are also some famous people born on my birthday, and one of them happens to be a former Major League left-handed pitcher, Tommy John. Tommy John's 288 career victories ranks 7th highest total among left-handed pitchers in MLB history. Although Tommy John is known as a famous pitcher, his mainly known for his revolutionary surgery, which today is called Tommy John surgery. Tommy John surgery is known in medical terms as ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction. It is surgery where a ligament in the elbow is replaced with a tendon. It usually takes 1 year rehabilitation for a pitcher, which Tommy John was. I definitely chuckled at this event in history, which lands on my birthday. It is funny to think Tommy John, who was born on my birthday, ends up having this revolutionary surgery and then has the surgery named after him. Finally, on to kind of a fun fact that happened on my birthday in history, and that is the release of the original Pac-Man. Pac-Man first released in Japan on May 22nd, 1980. Pac-Man was instantly a hit and still played today around the world. That is definitely a little fun fact that happened on my birthday in history. May 22nd still really doesn't seem that important. Well, it may not be the most famous day in history, but it is an important day to me. May 22nd, 1990, Joe Vitrosky came into this world. I guarantee there will never be another Joe Vitrosky, so to me that day is definitely special and will always be special.